The listing agent told us no showings until Friday, so we bought the house on Wednesday. And my buyer never had to compete with other offers. What would you do if you found the perfect home online, but the listing agent refused any showings for 3 or 4 days, and you knew the moment buyers walked through the door, they would fall in love with it and you'd be in a multiple offer bidding war again? Would you just wait your turn, or would you find a smarter strategy? Today, I want to share a real case study about how we helped a frustrated buyer secure his dream home before anybody else stepped inside that home. Hi, my name is Michael LaFido, and this story is about an actual client of mine named Steve and his wife. When Steve reached out to me, he was frustrated. He had been working with another agent and they missed out on multiple properties, and his buyer agency agreement had expired with that agent, so he reached out. They'd been looking for home after home and couldn't find the right house. Every time they thought they had the right one, another buyer would swoop in with a stronger offer. You see, Steve was not a cash buyer. Does this sound familiar? If you've been house hunting recently, especially in today's competitive market, you know exactly what that feels like. Eventually, their buyer agency agreement expired and Steve reached out to me so I can help them. I want to share with you the opportunity. Almost immediately after we started working together, a property popped online in the private network on a Tuesday. However, they were not allowing showings until Friday. The location worked, the layout worked, it was a newer home. It checked all the boxes for what him and his wife as well as their family wanted. But there was one problem. The property hit the market on Tuesday and there were no showings allowed until Friday. Now, if you've been in this situation before, you know exactly what that means. Friday showings, Saturday they had an open house, there were going to be multiple offers and they were going to be calling for their highest and best, probably end of day Saturday, maybe Sunday. And in Steve's case, he wasn't a cash buyer, so we knew the odds of winning that bidding war were not great. So I had to come up with a strategy. So we had a decision to make. Do we sit back and wait, cross our fingers, pray, and hope like they've done in the past? Or should we be proactive and apply a different approach? And that's exactly what we did. I knew if we waited until Friday, we'd be competing with multiple offers that were probably cleaner than his finance deal. So instead, I used a combination of my experience, my creativity, and relationships. So on Wednesday, we submitted a full price offer with the pre-approval letter before the first showing was even scheduled, which was Friday. So nobody else stepped inside that property, and I also requested something else. This opportunity for Steve and his wife to tour the home that same day after we had submitted the full price offer. Again, they would not have done that if we didn't submit the offer with the proof of funds. But sometimes when you present a strong offer with the right terms and the right communication, you can create opportunities for others because they take that offer to somebody else and they shop your offer around. We made sure that didn't happen. Make sure you reach out and I'll tell you exactly how we did that. So we toured the property that Wednesday evening and Steve knew immediately this was the home. Within a few hours, we were under contract just like that before Friday showings, before Saturday's open house, before the multiple offers. We secured an incredible property for his family that he may otherwise lost out on like he has done before with the other agent. It since has appraised for above the contract price that we put in. Now I share this story for you for one important reason. Because buying a home today, especially in a competitive market, it's not just about showing up and going to look at properties. It's about strategy. It's about finding out before others. It's about relationship. It's about understanding how negotiations really work. Sometimes it comes down to price, but many times it's about timing, communication, presenting the offer, and the terms. So asking the right question or having an agent ask the right question is vital. Understanding what the seller actually wants. Those things can make all the difference in the world. And let me be clear about something. If you're looking for an agent whose job is simply to drive you around and open doors, then I'm probably not the right agent for you. So I'm not the agent who just meets you at properties and writes an offer when you ask. There are plenty of those agents out there that will happily do it. Most are part-time agents. But if you want someone who understands negotiation strategy, has a huge network of off-market properties as well as buyers and sellers and business owners, those relationships matter, knows how to identify opportunities that others miss, and often has access to those off-market properties before they hit the private network or the public multiple listing service, then that's exactly where we can help you. In fact, many times we are aware of many homes before they hit the market, throughout relationships with other agents, builders, business owners, just being well ingrained in several communities. Our homeowners that are considering selling and they reach out to us. So there's a good chance the home you're looking for might already exist and are thinking about selling, and it might be sitting in our back pocket. Think of it this way. If you owned a complicated business, would you trust your finances to a part-time accountant who dabbles in taxes part-time? Probably not. You would hire a specialist, a renowned firm that has the experience, someone that has the tools, the network, and the knowledge to guide you properly, give you great advice so you don't get called by the IRS. So why would you treat one of the largest financial decisions of your life any differently? Now, before you go, let me share something important. Over the past 10 months alone, our team has helped set 5 new record sale prices. 4 we represented the sellers and 1 we represented the buyers, and they were ecstatic. That doesn't happen because of fake awards, wannabe influencers, or the agent that's trying to play the news reporter on social media. It happens because of real negotiation skills, real marketing strategies, real connections, real knowledge of what actually drives results. Likes are nice, reels are fun, but at the end of the day, it's really about results, results, results. And if you're thinking about buying a home, we actually have access to several off-market properties today. In fact, situations like the one I just shared with you about Steve happens more often than you think. So if you'd like to learn how we help buyers secure off-market properties before the competition even sees them, send me a private message. And if you're curious to see what your home is actually worth today, not what those online websites say, but what it's actually worth, please reach out to me. There's a good chance we already have a qualified buyer looking in your neighborhood. Reach out anytime. There's no pressure, no obligation. I'm not in the arm twisting business, just a good conversation. Because whether you're buying or selling, the right strategy matters. The right connections matter. Getting top dollar, that blueprint matters. The right experience can make all the difference in the world. Again, my name is Michael LaFido. Remember, it's not the market, it's the marketing. Have a great day.